Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 39 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. I am keeping an eye on my tree farm. Remember a couple episodes back it stopped. The main reason for that, of course, is that it happened to get trapped under a large tree and the solar panel no longer had advanced appearance in the sky. Well, I threw some oak wood in there, and that's acting as a fuel source for the engine, which is actually pretty good news, because what I'm going to do is I'm making a little modification to the thing here. I just enabled this thing where I told it that take out of the cart manager and go ahead and put into the fuel slot, the engine slot. And that's going to hopefully take some of the wood that it collects out of the chest here and put it in there. I think that's going to work out pretty well. So right now we're reactivating this guy. And hey, the solar panel finally opened back up thanks to this thing running again. Cool. He cleared out a huge amount of the trees and now he's going to go clear out some of the wood. Awesome. So what am I doing this for? Well, I am actually struggling with fuel. The oil reserves that I found, the one I found yesterday, already cleared out, like gone, already empty. And I found another one that's a bit of a distance away from my house, but I don't suspect that's going to last much longer than the one that I currently have now. So we're going to need an alternate source of liquid fuel. Doing a little bit of research, I determined that we can use forestry's biofuel. Not biomass, but biofuel. So in order to get this, we're going to set up a system here to automate the production and collection of biofuel, and we're going to use it as an alternate fuel source for our steam boiler. You can see the steam boiler, even after running for quite a long time, all through the last couple episodes, still hasn't quite reached the maximum 1000 degrees C. So it's not running at peak efficiency, but it's pretty darn close. So we're doing pretty well. Let's also check on our peat bog. Peat production's doing all right. You can see I threw a few blaze rods in there as backup, but I think that one's doing all right. So I think what I want to work on today, since we did some bees last episode, we're going to work on some biofuel production today, automate the production of biofuel. You can see that this auto breeder is doing pretty well. We've gotten up to the diligent line. If we're lucky, we'll get even better species out of that. We're going to let this thing keep running, and we're going to check on it every now and then. But you can see he's running pretty well. I haven't had any problems yet. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Also, got some more honey drops that I'm going to go ahead and throw in the squeezer just to get a little bit more honey, make sure we have enough, thanks to our cultivated queen with impregnated frames producing a lot of honey for us. Awesome. So this bee should die momentarily. We should get a spawn. Might need to make myself a few more soul frames. Not a big deal. Do need to consider a source of seed oil. Still kind of working on that, to be honest with you. Oh, good. Wow, that guy cleared out a lot since I've been here. Cool. Good job, little engine. I want to actually see like how he does with the whole dropping off of items thing. I think I tweaked this properly, but I want to watch. What should happen is he should drop off a bunch of items, like mostly wood. So he's dropping off all his excess saplings and all that stuff. And it's actually getting cleared out by the thing underground. And look, it's taking some of the wood and filling up the engine slots. Is that what it's doing? Is it also grabbing saplings for that purpose? Ooh, I don't know if I like it doing saplings. That's not good. Well, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I'd rather him not waste saplings. I wonder if I can tell him specifically what to transfer. I don't think I can. Ah, there's a tree growing on me. Yeah, I don't think I can tell him only saplings. The only option I do have, then, is to do this. You ready? Hold on. Let's get this guy GUI scale properly. And I think I'm going to do this. That should, work a little bit better in our favor. So what that should do is we should keep a stack of the wood in there, and then we'll be in good shape. Cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw the oak saplings in there. So we've got a good amount of oak saplings, and we're going to upgrade our biogas line and turn it into biofuel. We're going to use a bit of Thaumcraft. We're going to use a bit of thermal expansion. We're going to have a bit of fun here with this. We're going to build a couple things to make this awesome and fun. All right, guys, I'll be back in a few when I've got some of the items I need to automate the production of biofuel. Alright guys, in my Thaumcraft room, making myself a new golem. I've got some rubber because that's a really good source of golem production. You can see it has the exact symbols on it that you need for a golem animation core there. So 4 of these pieces of rubber should do the trick. Cool. And we can put our wand in here again and get our golem animation core. And from there, I'm going to make a clay golem. These guys are really useful for what I'm about to do. So let's get about 8 soul sand, right? And then, what else did we need in here? Oh yeah, the Victus, the life force symbol. I guess 2 pieces of my steak will do. Cool. Clay golem worker. Nice. Alright, that's step one. Let's head back to our base. Over here, I should have managed to cook up some unattuned tesseracts. You guys know I've been having a lot of fun with tesseracts. They're really useful for stuff. What I'm going to do is make an item tesseract. We're going to need some tin, some silver, and some more tin. So we're going to need a bit of this. Alright, let's see. Probably going to need a little bit of you. We're going to need, let's see, I think it was 3 each. So I'm going to need 6 and 4. Sounds about right. Probably need some of this as well while I'm at it. Heading over to this guy. Did I ever make one of those? You know, let's make a plan for this, because number 1, I always forget the recipe, and number 2, I always forget the recipe for this guy. 1, 2, thank you. Alright, tin, silver, and tesseracts get us the item tesseract. Cool. This is going to transport items from one place to another. Excellent. Let's head back over here as well, and I'm actually going to steal... Do we have any marker blocks laying around? I do have 1 white marker block. Perfect. That's going to help. All right. Let's get to work. Basically, what I want to do is the following setup. First, we're going to go over here to handle this. So as you know, we've got all these barrels full of awesome stuff, and we're going to need to use saplings. We want to make more biomass. So we're going to get working on that right now. It's really not too bad. This is a pretty simple build to make. All I got to do is place the marker block on the bottom of the barrel. Now remember, barrels, you put items into the top and pull them out of the bottom. And with marker blocks, when you're telling a golem where to pull items out of, you place the marker block on the side that you want the golem to interact with. So in this case, I want the golem to pull out of the bottom of this barrel, so I place the marker block on the bottom of the barrel. Then we're going to put the item tesseract on the ground right here, and we're going to place our golem on the item tesseract. Cool. Now what he's going to do is he's going to keep this container, the item tesseract, full of a certain type of item. I'm going to tell him a precise amount of items instead of any amount, and we're going to tell him what color to interact with. Remember, it was a white marker, so we could have left it at any. It doesn't really matter. This is just more for advanced stuff if you have multiple blocks in an area. For now, I'm going to tell him to keep a good handful of this stuff supplied. I'm going to throw 16 into his inventory. So what you should do is grab some of the saplings out of there and try and put it in the tesseract. However, the tesseract at this point has nowhere to send things. So we're going to set the number 1. We're going to activate it, and we're going to say send only, and we're going to call it saplings. Plus, check, good to go. Cool. So now this guy's got saplings. Awesome. Over here, let's see, where do I want to send the saplings to? Good question. We've got 3 of these nifty little gadgets here, don't we? I would really like to be able to, I don't know, manage to put items. And I could put the tesseract right on top here. Like what I could do is just this, right? And then I could say saplings, frequency 1. And what's going to happen is it's going to go ahead and start dumping the saplings in there automatically. How cool is that? We can just tell it to receive only if we want, not a big deal. But you can see we've already started producing stuff. However, I would like to have these fermenters running as well. So let's make something happen here. I've got a plan for that. Just head over to my area here and grab a pair of gates. We're going to need more of these, aren't we? Yeah, I love logic gates. You guys can tell, right? Let's just make it cook up about 6 more of these things when it's done with my 2 autarkic gates. This is actually going to be pretty easy to make happen. Just need 2 wooden pipes. No complexity, nothing too crazy. Let's see. Nope, not yet. I want the other autarkic first. I love having 9 lasers up here. I should go 16. Alright, let's see. Give me the second autarkic gate. Thank you. So this is really not going to be too hard to make. Basically, I'm going to pull the saplings out of the sides of this tesseract. Just imagine that this tesseract has like a invisible little inventory that you can't see. Oh, look, it's already going. Oh, we don't need... Nice. Okay, that works for me. I don't need... I guess I didn't think tesseracts auto-ejected like that into pipes, but I guess it makes sense that they do. So let's actually do this. Instead of having wooden, I'm going to go golden. That'll make for less confusion. Golden pipes here. Oh, you know what? No, that might be a problem because those pipes will eventually spill out onto the ground, won't they? Yeah, it won't realize. See, it's already happening. Bad. Stop. Stop. See what I mean? Already spilling out onto the ground. Alright, so we don't want that happening, do we? Alright. Oh, I know what I can do. Wow, that's a lot of saplings that came out of there real fast. That's a lot. Hold on. I got a plan. You ready for this? This is going to be even cooler and more efficient. That Golem's not wasting any time, is he? Alright, so instead of pipes, you ready for this? This will be even cooler. What I'm going to need is 2 of you. And we can put this pipe away, along with this liquid duct. Don't need him in there. Get about 10 of these. What I'm going to do is make some hoppers. That will be perfect, because the Tesseract's smart enough not to dump stuff into an inventory if it won't fit, but it's not smart enough to dump it into a pipe if the pipe doesn't have a valid output. So like we just saw, we made a huge mess of the ground, but if we do this and this, then what we should see is these things starting to fill up. Ha! Perfect. How cool is that? So the Tesseract will go ahead and dump things into the adjacent inventories as well as the below inventories. Might need to manually refill with fertilizer now and again, but that's no big deal. We can manage that. And you can see we've already got some extra saplings and stuff here. So now we've kind of automated transferring saplings over to our farm, or from our farm to our biomass tank. Cool. Very cool. And there's a wisp. Run. Alright, real quick, want to check on my bee too while I'm here. Alright, something weird happened. Oh, I got an ancient princess, nice. Oh, it probably doesn't know how to handle that, maybe? Probably. Alright, let me look at my code for a minute. Alright guys, so you're probably wondering at this point how to turn biomass, the green stuff that we got, into that cool stuff called biofuel. Biofuel actually works just like fuel, except it's not as good. Fuel lasts a lot longer than biofuel, but it's not made from leaves, so it's not renewable. So basically, fuel, much more powerful, but not renewable, where biofuel is not that much of a problem in terms of its renewability. In order for you to get it, you need to make yourself a still. Not a terribly bad recipe, just a sturdy casing, you know that, with the 8 bronze and everything, and a little bit of redstone and glass. What I'm going to do is go ahead and hook up the stills. I want to put one here and one here for now. And what I'm going to do is knock this out. Come here, you. And I should have some iron tank gauge around here. Break this guy while I'm at it. Remember not to break the center block, because that's what stores all the data. We'd lose all the stuff we've got if we broke that center block. But since I didn't break the center bottom block, we still have all the biomass in there. Cool. Oh, I forgot conduits. Where's my portal gun? See how useful it is to have this thing? My favorite. Alright, conduits. We're probably also going to need, while we're here, some redstone energy cells. But before I get that set up, I want to just think for a minute about how we're going to run this thing. Alright, I've got a plan. Well, I had a plan, but then I didn't like it anymore. How am I doing back here? We're doing all right. I think we can squeeze an extra block or two. So basically what I'm thinking is we're going to want to do this. We're going to want to do this, 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 and that will connect to the back of our tank. So then we can have a tank lined up right along here with this guy connecting like that. How's that sound? Not bad, right? All right, let's make that a reality. Cool. So this tank will store all of our biofuel, which is going to be used for our steam boiler in a bit more of a, automated production style purpose. So we don't have to worry so much about constantly looking for more sources of fuel. Okay, good plan? I hope so. We're probably going to want to connect up some kind of transport system at some point. So there we go. We've got an iron tank. We're ready to roll with this stuff. All we really need to do now is pretty easy work, actually. We can connect up liquid ducts here. Oh, wait, no, not yet. Let's crescent hammer these out of the way. What I want to do is make sure that these things don't connect. So there we go, with a lever, like so. There we are. Nice. And we should actually have some power conduits available to run underneath this block. So all I gotta do is connect up some power conduits like so, and we should be very quickly producing, see the power is running there? All you gotta do is pump the biomass in, and it'll create biofuel for us. Awesome. Okay, I like that. Looking good so far. Getting a little cramped in this shared liquids room, huh? That's okay. I don't mind. What I do want to do is dig down underground here. Probably right here and here we're going to want levers. Not you. There and there. So, when I run my liquiduct conduits like here and here, see how they didn't connect now because there was liquid in the other stuff? And then I can set these guys to output. Cool. We're creating biofuel. Nice. We've already got a bucket's worth of it. Excellent. So, there we go. Biofuel production. Awesome. So just another fuel source that we can use. So, you know me, I like to have lots of extra power and fuel sources available. So we're doing all right with our oil at this point. We will last for quite a while with oil, but that'll give us some time to build up a good supply of biofuel. We can see our steam boiler has already caught up to about 1,000 degrees C. And also, I want to go check on my bee. I did make a quick change to my program. Basically, what was happening a minute ago was the bees didn't know what to do if it ran into a species it didn't know. So if I didn't tell it about, for the example of a minute ago, the ancient species of bee, which is going to be used. It's actually pretty important. We're going to get into it in a bit. If it didn't know about that ancient species, then basically what would happen is the bee would say, or the program would just kind of crash. It would be like, you never told me about that species, direwolf. So I had to make a little code change to say, hey, if you don't know about the species of bee, just rate it for a 0 for now, and then we just won't worry about it. Because obviously, if I wasn't worried about getting it, then, you know. And hey, we've got purebred nobles, which is good. Definitely wanted to have them. What I think I should do, though, is set up some kind of transport system to get over to here. Yeah. We should be moving our bees and any other stuff we get from our auto breeding system. So this guy's actually done. So I'm going to actually stop the program here. Let's kill it. So I'm actually want to edit startup. And I had it so that when the computer started up, it would run. So now we've got purebred nobles, which is good. We actually want those because they're going to help me with some of the extra bee stuff that I'm going to get working on soon with the genetics and whatnot. But we need to get ourselves the top of the line of the noble bee species. So we'll work on that for a bit. Let me let this biofuel collect, and then I'll be back in a few minutes. And as I promised, guys, I want to work my way up to the top of the noble tree, so I'm going to combine the noble drone with the cultivated princess. And we're going to go ahead and swap these guys out for the increased mutation chance. So what I want to do is get a couple more of these frames. 1, 2, 3 ought to do. Perfect, that's exactly what I had. Cool. And then we can run our program again, and hopefully we'll get ourselves a pretty nice bee. Alright guys, I don't know if you've looked around this map much, but I have had no luck looking around trying to find myself a sapling of birch. Birch is one of the trees I don't have over there trying to be bred at the moment. So at this point, oh look at this, that's cool. Miner's tree sapling. Alright, I don't know what those saplings are about, but I want a birch sapling just because I don't have one over there yet. And it turns out that if I take a spruce sapling and throw it in the table with the minium stone, it'll transmute itself over to the birch one. So the thing is, I just noticed I don't have any birch trees over there yet, and I'm starting to think like I haven't gotten any good mutations on my trees just yet. So I should probably go ahead and make birch sapling over there. Just maybe that will help, because so far all I've gotten are random weird crossbreeds. No good you know, tree breeding stuff just yet. So let's go ahead and make that a reality. Real easy. Just gonna go over here. I don't even know what I need to combine with what, so I'm just gonna guess. We've got a lot of these trees, so what I'm gonna do actually is get out my bag here. Axe of the stream. I'm going to trot this tree down and plant the birch tree in its place. Yeah, it should do. First things first, though, let's get this thing cleared away. Because it looks to me like all I'm getting are random crossbreeds. I'm not getting any good mutations. So I'm going to chop this tree down as well. And then also out of my bag here, I should have a sickle of some sort. We're getting some cool stuff with these trees right here. Looks like we're getting a few more mutations going on. Alright, that'll do. Oh, this tree mutation stuff. I'm confused already. So let's grow that tree. Cool. Alright, hopefully these trees will start to cross-pollinate and good things will come. Let's also take a look real quick in here and see how we're doing. You can see I set up a second apiary where I'm trying to get myself some diligent bees, which may have just happened. I have to check them. Let me clear out my inventory of junk for a moment. That's just a regular old oak sapling. Cool. Just got to clear out all this mess. Treealizer can go away. That'll do for now. These guys will keep out. So how'd I do with the diligent line? Nice. Diligent, 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 diligent. Awesome. That's what I wanted to see happening. Alright. Now I've got some purebred nobles going on. I do have to automate this line of bees, but that will be probably one of the last lines I have to automate. Now we've gotten plenty of forest and, you know, the meadows, so I'm going to actually swap these out for the diligence here. And I'm going to automate this line real quick. Oh, hey, we already have something going on with this tree over here. Let's see, where's my thing? This guy. Ooh, now that's a neat looking sapling. That definitely looks different. Ooh, mundane larch sapling. That sounds cool. Definitely planting this thing nearby. Should I treealize it? Sure, why not? Check out what it does. I don't know anything about this tree. Like I said, still a little new to the whole tree thing. Looks like we're going to have to get some honey. We're low on that. But hey, I'm pretty happy. Looks like getting that tree was a good call. I told you I wasn't getting any good mutations off the other trees. Let's see, how am I for honey? Oh, I'm doing pretty good, actually. Good amount of honey coming in. Mundane larch. That looks cool. Alright. What's it produce? Nothing. But, it's cool looking, so why not, right? Just gonna plant it right along here somewhere. Why not? Should I get some bone meal and grow it? Okay. Portal gun for the win. Oh, that's a cool looking tree. That's really nice looking. Now note that all the different trees have different types of wood and different types of leaves, and there's some really cool decorative stuff you can do with it. For example, one of the things I think is implemented already is a bunch of the different stair types from all the different types of wood, and there's other blocks as well. Awesome. Alright, gonna keep an eye on this thing for a bit. Hopefully we'll get something good happening. Alright guys, so I want to show you guys a problem I'm running into and then the solution that I have for it. So I'm going to make myself just a couple little gadgets here. What I want to do is, you might have noticed I have a ton of bees at this point. Like, almost to the point where it's silly, right? Yeah. So let's see, that's 5 chests, and I think I have one more hanging out over here. Excellent. I'm going to make an indexer. This is a really cool little device. I'm going to show you, it's one of the first tier of the machines from the Extra Bees mod. Now what the indexer does is it basically looks at the fact that you have a ton of bees laying around, and it helps you out with that. It basically is almost infinite storage of bees. So let's see, I've got my apiarist machine here. This is the first tier of machine in the Extra Bees add-on. It also gives you access to the acclimatizer, which I usually don't use, and the apiarist's date bank, which I'm going to show you guys in just a minute here. But this is the indexer. It's a pretty cool little device. So let's go ahead and grab that apiarist machine, and then it was simply a matter of a diamond and some redstone and some chests. The indexer can be used, like I said, to store all your bees. Come on, it looks like it's night. And it's basically a machine that we're going to go ahead and put down right in this room here. Now the cool thing about it is it's a little bit more intelligent about how it stores your bees. So where do I want to put this guy? Probably like right about here. So it's real easy to use. Just go ahead and get yourself a handful of bees. You can see I've got a bunch laying around in here. I'm just going to grab all random ones, whatever, and just shift click them into the indexer. And you can see what it's doing is it's actually storing all those bees for you. So there you go. You see the indexer, it's got a bunch of stuff going on in here, a bunch of bees getting stored. Now you can sort those bees either by species, so you can see we've got all our forest drones up top, followed by the common and cultivated, or you can sort them by type. If we had any princesses in here, they would filter up to the top. So we're going to go ahead and keep it in the index of scanning by species. And I also want to come over here and check out my apiary. How's it doing? Oh, cool. We've got some majestic bees. Cool. I'm happy with that. Ooh, imperials. Nice. That's the bee species that I'm really hoping to get. So I'm going to go ahead and keep an eye on these guys for a minute, because if we get to the imperial line of bees, that's going to be huge for us, because that's basically like the first line of bees that we really need in order to get ourselves the extra bee machines, so we can really start doing some cool stuff with bees. Alright, so imperial noble is what I got from there. And again, my auto drone maker thingy here is doing a pretty good job. You can see it's working its way up. It's dumping all the lesser bee drones down into that chest, and then, you know, other cool stuff happening. Now, what am I going to do with all these drones? Don't worry, there's definitely something to do with them. It's going to be pretty awesome. So, working on this Imperial Princess. What did I get here? An Imperial Noble Princess and an Imperial Noble Drone. Not bad. Alright, hopefully that Imperial line stays strong. Alright guys, now the last thing I'm going to show you from Extra Bees for now is this nifty contraption here. Just need to get myself a glass pane real quick. I should have one of them laying around. This is the Apiarist's Database. It's really a useful tool. So here's the recipe for it. You can see diamond, emerald, tin, gold, all kinds of stuff needs to come together to make yourself one of these guys. However, it's a really, really useful little device. What it's going to do is, as soon as you discover a bee species, any species at all, it's going to record it inside this Apiarist database for you. And don't worry if you've already discovered some before you make this device, because it's all going to still be accessible to you. So let's go ahead and take this guy out and see how we can use the Apiarist database to discover some cool stuff about what we've already learned about bees. So here's all the species we've already discovered. You can see here, for example, my imperial bee and my majestic line. I've also gotten the diligent and the tropical. Remember I told you I accidentally discovered ancient earlier. Now what the information is grouped by, you can either group by species or by the branches. So for example, if we want to check out the noble branch, we can hit the left tab over here and see that noble, majestic, and imperial are the three bees that are part of the noble branch. Cool. Under genome here, it tells you some of the basic information that bees that start off with. So you can see this genome is telling you that they have a slower production typically and a normal lifespan, and some other stuff. It doesn't tolerate night and rain and caves by default, that is. However, it also tells you the product. So we get these dripping combs and we get royal jelly. This is really important stuff. The imperial bee is one of the few that gives you royal jelly, and it's basically the bee that you want to get first before you start working with extra bees. It also tells you about their climate tolerances and the resultant mutations. So you can see here, since I've already discovered the imperial bee, it's going to tell you how to get one. It's a combination of the noble and majestic line. Cool. It also tells you that there are some further mutations here. You can see that one of the discovered species that you've already got plus an undiscovered species will yield another undiscovered species. So once you figure that out, that line will be filled in. For example, with majestic, if we went to that tab, you'll see that it tells you that you can mutate the majestic with a noble to get an imperial. So further mutations is working up the line, where resultant mutations tells you how you get the bee that you've already discovered. Cool. Let's go check on this. I really hope I got a purebred of the bee type that I'm looking for. How are we doing? I got a pure noble princess. That's not boding well. Imperial noble, purebred imperial, imperial noble. All right, cool. Well, we got a lot of imperial, so that's good. Hopefully another couple iterations. You can see I'm using chocolate frames at this point. Again, because we're not trying to mutate these drones. We're just trying to get them to die quickly and eventually get the best type of bee possible. So you can see here it shows the purebred imperial because that was the best bee to mate with this queen. Cool. Hopefully we'll come up with something good. All right. Nice. All right, guys, and with that, I think we need to wrap up this episode. We've gotten pretty close to that wrapping up point. I do need to take a look at some of the Thaumcrafty stuff that I've been a little bit neglecting recently. I do want to maybe take a quick look at my Aura node. How am I doing over here? My goggles of revealing are still available to me, and I can take a quick look. We can see the node's doing all right. I still would like to get it to be larger than the node that's back here, this 637. So I have a lot more growing to do of my silverwood tree. I'm going to actually grab my axe of the stream here and go ahead and chop down this tree, hopefully get another sapling, and then from there we can go ahead and work our way towards some more Aura node growth. Cool. There is actually a type of bee that supports Aura node growth. Oh, I already have some silverwoods in here. Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and plant one outside right now. Cool. There we go. Nice. So remember, my plan here is basically keep growing these trees and keep growing the size of the Aura node. All right. If we went ahead and instantly grew this with the hoe of growth, we'd, cool. There we go. Drained some of the Aura node here. You can see it's already started to move, and it's going to try and merge with the existing node that just showed up inside this tree. There we go. Cool. So growing of the nodes. Nice. 238. Excellent. So, still got some work to do on that. We want to get this guy grown, and then I'm going to work on a machine that we can use to actually, move these things more than just combining them. There's actually a machine we can build that will drag this node, and that's the plan. I want to drag the giant node, combine it with the pure node that we have over here, and then we'll have a really large pure node that we can use for our Thaumcraft stuff. That's going to be really cool. All right, guys, this is Direwolf20 signing off. I got a lot of work to get to next episode, and remember, next episode is another world download for you guys, so you'll be able to download from episode 40 and, check out some of the stuff I've built so far in the world. Pretty soon, we're going to have to start working on a machine that could be helpful getting us some more resources, because at the moment our quarry is shut down. We could always build another quarry if we wanted to, or we could, get a little bit more interesting. We'll have to see. Also, coming up very soon, is some Mistcraft stuff. I do have a new version of Mistcraft getting added to the pack pretty soon. I hear a wisp. Ooh, even wisp. What's up? And that version of Mistcraft will very soon be available to us. And once that's in, I'll be able to start messing around with the new cool stuff that the latest version of Mistcraft has. All right, guys. Like I said, Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.